So, as I was saying, um, a heart-filled welcome to everybody to this class, because in a way we've been traveling together for 9 months, and I hope that each of you feels something as though you've been able to, in this 9 month, give birth to something of meaning or of importance to you personally. This whole theme of the pilgrimage of life is something that, as we just heard from the song from Enya, it's a long journey. And we've been traveling together in the company of many like-minded, like-hearted people, companions on the path, actually. And any spiritual path, on any path at all, it's really important and supportive to be together. And so I think in the summer we're looking forward to seeing each other again in person, because it's much more difficult when we do this in isolation. So we're remembering that we're journeying towards the sacred shrine of our hearts, where we can listen to and deepen our connection with ourselves and with each other and the divine indwelling presence, because within our hearts is the sacred marriage of our humanity and divinity. So let us first share together the Sufi invocation. Toward the One, the perfection of love, harmony, and beauty, the only being, united with all the illuminated souls who form the embodiment of the Master, the Messenger, the Mystery, the Spirit of Guidance. So, would anyone like to share this, let's see, in Dutch? Oh, maybe Sarada. Could you unmute yourself and share us the Sufi invocation in Dutch? Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Tot de ene, de volmaaktheid van liefde, harmonie en schoonheid. Het enige wezen, verenigd met alle verlichte zielen, die de belichaming vormen van de meester, de geest van leiding. Amen.
Thank you. Yes, Ajmal in German.
Dem einen entgegen, der Vollkommenheit von Liebe, Harmonie und Schönheit, dem einzigen Sein, vereint mit all den erleuchteten Seelen, die den Meister verkörpern, den Geist der Führung.
Jamila from Switzerland in French, please.
Vers l'unique, la perfection d'amour, d'harmonie et de beauté, le seul être, uni à toutes les âmes illuminées, qui forment l'incorporation du messager du mystère.
And I see Musavera with beautiful hair, a new haircut. Portuguese.
Em direção ao Uno, a perfeição do amor, harmonia e beleza, o único ser, unido a todas as almas iluminadas que formam o corpo do Mestre, o Espírito guia.
And okay, so I'm Latif. There you are in Chile.
Hacia el uno, la perfección del amor, la armonía y la belleza, el ser único, unido a todas las almas iluminadas que forman el cuerpo del Maestro, el Espíritu guía.
Thank you. And let's see. Oh, maybe then we still have, yes, Hakima then in Hebrew.
לקראת האחד, היחיד, האחד והמיוחד, שלמות האמת, הצדק והתפארת, הנמצא היחיד, הכולל כל הנשמות הנאורות, יוצא הגשמת הרבי, הרוח הקודש.
Bismillah. Ar-Rahman, Ar-Rahim. So I didn't forget anybody this time, I think, huh?
Yes, you forgot.
No, I have. Yes, no, of course.
Yeah.
Shafia, yes, the Maori language from New Zealand. She's bright-eyed and bushy-tailed at 6 o'clock in the morning there. Okay.
E mihi ana ki te ko tahitanga pure, ko ia hoki te tino taumata o te āroha, o te pakaro tahi, me te ātahua. Kaori he tangata ko atu I aia, I whakakotahi pia ki ngā wairua tūrama katoa, ko rātou nei te whakatīnanatanga, o rātou ko petu rangitia, tēnā kau arataki.
Thank you. So did I forget anybody else?
Yes, you forgot Rabia.
Oh, yes. Okay,
Yeah.
sorry. Also from Norway. Thank you.
Henne mot den ene, den fullkomne kjærlighet, harmoni og skjønnhet. Den eneste væren forent med alle de opplyste sjelene, som legemliggjør mesteren, ånden som veileder.
Yes, I love this, hearing the invocation in all these different languages, because it's really like music to our ears. So, okay, in our little intimate group here, let's first have Micah share with us the chant, I greet you here from the place of my heart. I welcome you, I welcome you. And I would invite all of us just to scroll through the screen and look at each other, sing to each other along with Micah. So some of us are not having the camera on, that's also okay, but if you do, that's wonderful to see each other who's here. So Micah. Oh, there you are.
I greet you here from the place of my heart. I greet you here from the place of my heart. I welcome you. I welcome you. I welcome you from the place of my heart. I greet you here from the place of my heart. I greet you here from the place of my heart. I welcome you. I welcome you. I welcome you from the place of my heart. I greet you here from the place of my heart. I greet you here from the place of my heart. I welcome you. I welcome you. I welcome you from the place of my heart.
Thank you. So it's lovely. I had invited all of you to join in this series of classes as a way to focalize our intention and our hearts, to remember and to remind each other of the sacredness of daily life. And you know, this whole theme throughout these months has really been tied in with the mystical view that all of life is pilgrimage. And traditionally, we could say that this main purpose and definition of pilgrimage is to see that we're undertaking a spiritual sacred journey for very specific purposes. And it's so different than just when we're going on vacation, being a tourist, because pilgrims will always travel for some spiritual purposes, not just for relaxation or fun, although, of course, that's also part of it. But there are deep questions that all pilgrims continue to journey with, such as, who am I behind this facade, the outward appearance of the roles that I play, my self-image? And what is my calling in this life? What draws me close to spirit and keeps me connected? What is it that I need to heal and transform? What are those things which my soul is reminding me are real lessons to journey with throughout this lifetime? Well, maybe later if we can have some breakout sharings, we can return to these inquiries, which we began with when we started this in September. So let's just continue to remember that pilgrimage is always both an outer as well as an inner journey. The outer journey is that orientation that we have towards some destination that we sometimes go on, just like when we walked to Katwijk, or some of you now have done some sacred walks, I understand, in the UK, together with Tansen. Some have gone to places really that spoke to your soul. But this inner journey that we're continuing, even after this series is completed, is the journey of the soul that actually takes place throughout a whole lifetime of growth, from spiritual childhood to spiritual maturity. And hopefully all pilgrimages can be journeys of renewal, of transformation, of rebirthing. So if you remember, I did mention this a number of times, the poem from the American poet Mark Nepo. He talked about what is it to be a pilgrim. And he reminded us to journey without being changed is to be a nomad. We're just wandering along. To change without journeying is to be a chameleon. But to journey and to be transformed by the journey is to be a pilgrim. So we all start off as pilgrims when we want to journey and hope to be transformed by the spiritual journey. But just as it is quite impossible when listening to an orchestra to hear the whole of the symphony for a long time, we tend to be drawn into hearing only the parts, like the piano or the violin or just one voice. And in this way, our attention in life easily slips and we experience people and places without remembering and being affected by their wholeness. And sometimes when we're feeling isolated and unsure, we can change or hide what lives within in order to please or to avoid others. And I think that the value of this kind of insight as we're journeying through life is not to judge or beat ourselves up, but to help one another see that honesty and integrity is an unending process of letting our inner experiences and our outer experiences both complete each other in spite of our very human lapses. So I think that maybe each of us can consider ourselves pilgrims of the deepest kind, journeying beyond any one creed or tradition into this compelling, recurring space in which we can know the moment and allow ourselves to be changed by that. And, well, as mysteriously and elusive as it can be, this moment, this very moment, as we're journeying, is where the eyes can see what it sees, where the heart can feel what it feels, and we allow ourselves to discover what is real and sacred for us in our journey through life, which we know there's always so many things that are covering this view, but this is why we continue to tune ourselves. And I love the fact that on the Sufi path we're given so many tools for this. So let us, we'll start now just with some practices to tune ourselves. So I just invite you just to take a moment to, if you wish, to close your eyes, just to commune with your own inner being. Just, I know we have this screen, it's so bizarre sometimes to sit in front of a computer screen, which has become the norm since COVID, even more than ever. But on the other hand, we're united. And so just as we withdraw now from that sensory input, just come back to yourself. Be present to your breath. And we're stretching the spine upward as we inhale the thought toward the one. And as we exhale, we're relaxing the spine downward and exhaling, united with all. So we're aware, just in this simple breath, toward the one, that we make conscious to ourselves our intention to aspire to our ideals in this lifetime. And as we breathe out, to bring this down through all the planes of existence toward the one, inhaling up, united with all, exhaling down. This whole journey of life is to go through all the planes of existence from the lowest to the highest, and not to lose our way, to remember the journey. So creating space in your body as you do this breath is very wonderful, just very simple attunement. Why am I here? Toward the one, united with all. And we find that in this dance of opposites, we come to a greater harmony and balance in ourselves. So the oneness that we seek, an integration of the Jalal parts of our own nature. And so we share now a Kasab practice. We've done this, a lot of these practices already, so it's nothing new. But anyway, so as we're closing off the right nostril, just exhale deeply first through the left nostril. As we inhale through the left nostril, breathing in, visualizing, feeling the coolness of a crescent moon, silver. And at the top of the breath, holding the breath before we change to the other side, that crescent moon transforms into a golden star. And as we exhale out through the right nostril, breathing out that warmth, that jalal energy, the image of the golden five-pointed star. And then we breathe in through the right nostril, breathing in golden, warm, five-pointed star. Hold the breath, allowing that to be transformed into the image of the crescent moon. And exhaling out through the left nostril, the image of the crescent moon and that cooling feeling. And then through both nostrils, inhaling right and left, through both, visualizing the balance of both the crescent moon and the five-pointed star. As we inhale, drawing that up, and as we exhale, feel that balance down through the Sushumna, the central channel of the spine. Silver and gold in balance. So just repeat this cycle 2 more times in your own rhythm. The left side, the inhalation, the exhalation, the crescent moon. The right side, the golden five-pointed star. And after finishing these 2 cycles, just holding a silence for a few moments just to sense into your being. So what is that like for us when we find ourselves in harmony with the inner and the outer life? It's always good to check in with ourselves because we can get so drawn into the outwardness. And of course, this is well, here in the northern hemisphere anyway, this is the season, of summer where there's this abundance and overflowing and great excitement in the air very often with this outwardness. And we want to be very sociable and relate with each other and have good times, which we should. But on the other side, to also come back to those moments to really nourish your inner being, because this is where then we can find a steadiness and how we deal with all the uncertainties of the outer life, which will continue and, well, very possibly continue to even increase more and more uncertainties on the horizon. So I think that the inner life is an anchor for us to remember. Okay, so let us share now outwardly. We're going to chant out loud the cardinal healing energies, because of course this, well, I think I did this in the first class, and I love working with these healing practices because our world is in such need of healing. We see this every day, and as we see that this is something that we're working within ourselves, it's just a natural way that there will be this healing presence of our beings as points of light in the world. So we'll start with the earth element, and most of us are sitting in a chair. If you're sitting on the floor, that's also fine, but we'll begin with chanting out loud, Ya Mu'id. So the restorer, we chant that out loud, direct the sound vibration to either the base of the spine or to your feet, depending if you're sitting on the floor, the base of the spine, or if you're sitting in a chair, to your feet. We're invoking, oh, restorer, and let us remember, we're calling on this inner faculty to restore wholeness where there might have been damage to that wholeness. So let's just chant this out loud first, 5 times, and feel the sound vibrations resonating in your feet, communicating with the earth. Ya Mu'id, Ya Mu'id, Ya Mu'id, Ya Mu'id, Ya Mu'id. So just be with the breath for a moment, breathing in Mu'id through the feet, breathe out Mu'id, bring that back down to the earth. And Pure Vilayat once said that it's really the ability of things that have been disturbed to return to their natural, pristine state. This is the meaning of Mu'id. To restore that which has become fragmented and broken. That is the nature of the earth, the limitations of embodiment. But there's also a self-organizing capacity as well. Okay. So now the crown chakra, top of the head, we're just going to chant Ya Kudus, pure spirit. That sense of quintessence, the closest word to sacredness, Kudus. So it's like washing our subtle energies with sacredness. So we'll first chant this out loud. Feel the sound vibrations resonating in the crown. Ya Kudus, Ya Kudus, Ya Kudus, Ya Kudus, Ya Kudus. And as a fikr, breathing in Kudus through the nose and breathe out through the mouth, feel as though there's this cascade of spirit washing through, returning you to that immaculate state, the innocence of your being, washing away all those things that have covered remembrance of purity. So 5 breaths in your own rhythm. So allowing that fountain of spirit to wash through is so refreshing. Okay, so now inhaling, and we'll first chant this out loud in the solar plexus. Ya Muhi, O bestower of life, O giver of life. So let us invoke this. It's invoking the one who can bring us back to life, reviving us, granting us wholeness, even if we might be feeling from time to time spiritually asleep or even dead. Muhi in the solar plexus. 5 times. Ya Muhi. Ya Muhi. Ya Muhi. Ya Muhi. Ya Muhi. And as a fikr, bringing back to life our hearts. So we breathe in, because the solar plexus is considered an aspect of the heart. It's the personal heart. So we breathe in, Muhi, through the solar plexus, through the mouth, and breathe out through the nose, allowing your heart to open, to blossom as new life comes through, allowing the one to give new life to your heart. So 5 breaths in your own rhythm. Amen. And let us chant now, Yahai, invoking the ever-living. It means the one who's eternally whole and sound, from whom all life arises, and the one who calls all life into being. So it's also the energy of joy. And so we're going to invoke this in the heart, and we do this rapidly 10 times, and we repeat that 3 times, and then one long Yahai. So we do this. Yahai, 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 Yahai. 1 cycle. Yahai, 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 Yahai. Yahai, 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 Yahai. Yahai. Let's repeat it once more. Yahai, 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 Yahai. Yahai, 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 Yahai. Yahai, 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 Yahai. Yahai. So that sense of life will naturally give us that sense of buoyancy and joyfulness. This is why Pir Vlad often said this is the one wazifa for joy. Yahai. Okay, so let us share now, just chanting Hu 5 times out loud for the ether element. Hu. 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 And then breathing Hu in and breathing Hu out with the thought in mind. Let me breathe thy holy name and feel thy presence within me and outside me, both. Let me breathe thy holy name and feel thy presence within me and outside me. Amen. Okay, so I'd like to, yes, after we've tuned ourselves in this way, I'd like to ask Shafia if you would share with us the prayer poems that you've selected and maybe just share why you chose those.
Since our last meeting last month, we've had the solstices, the summer solstice for the northern hemisphere and the winter solstice for the southern hemisphere. We're just staying present to the breath and receive this blessing for the summer solstice. O divine one, as the sun rises, let your light shine on me, the warmth of your presence, the brightness of your love, the radiance of your joy, the shining of your hope. Let this light shine on me. As the sun rises, beloved, let your light shine on me. Your light to guide me. Your light to lead. Your light to direct. And your light to brighten. Let your light shine on me. That's a Celtic prayer by David Adam. Down under in our southern hemisphere, we've had the winter solstice, and also in New Zealand, we also have what we call the Māori New Year, which is when we first can see the Pleiades on the horizon. So at the moment we can't see Pleiades, but in the next couple of weeks, 2 weeks, we will start to see Pleiades on the horizon. And we say that that is when we start to harvest in the beginning of a new year. So I wish you all a happy new year, wherever you are and wherever your feet are standing. And I'll share the blessing that we shared here in New Zealand for our winter solstice, which can be used at any time, really, if you listen to the words. May you find peace in the promise of the solstice night, that every day forward is blessed with more light. The cycle of nature, unbroken and true, brings faith to your soul and well-being to you. Rejoice in the darkness, and in the silence find rest. And may the days that follow be abundantly blessed.
Thank you so much, Shafia. Very beautiful. Okay, so let's see. Before we bring this into a kind of sharing together. Let's just sing together. I think most of us know this. Open our hearts that we may hear thy voice that constantly comes from within. Ya Allah, Ya Allah. Open our hearts that we may hear thy voice that constantly comes from within. Open our hearts that we may hear thy voice that constantly comes from within. Ya Allah, Ya Allah, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, Ya Allah, Ya Allah. Open our hearts that we may hear thy voice that constantly comes from within. Open our hearts that we may hear thy voice that constantly comes from within. Ya Allah, Ya Allah, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, Ya Allah, Ya Allah. Last time. Open our hearts that we may hear thy voice that constantly comes from within. Open our hearts that we may hear thy voice that constantly comes from within. Ya Allah, Ya Allah, Ya Allah. 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 So, like it's just to abide with our hearts for a moment, maybe just bringing your hand on your heart, just to remember this place of true communion with ourselves and with each other, because I would like us to have a sharing together. And I know that some of you tend to run away and you don't like it, but I just want to say that it's a way that we create sacred space for us to relate to each other in a real way. You know, sharing is a way in which we will have the courage to be ourselves with each other. When we have a strong sense of love and belonging, then naturally we will dare to be present with our authentic self with each other, even our imperfect self. Because then our sense of belonging to the whole of life is so integrated with self-acceptance that we will naturally accept each other. And so in this sharing that we're going to be doing, this will be a breakout group for each person. I guess maybe just to share, just to open-heartedly speak together about one of the themes during these 9 months that might have been meaningful for you. How has your pilgrimage been? Who are you beyond the outward identifications of your roles and self-image? Or what have you discovered about your being? And has this related at all to your calling in this lifetime? Something special that draws you close to answering the call of your heart? Okay, well, I hope that everybody has managed to come back. Yes. Okay. So I'd like us just to maybe just take a few moments just to have a kind of sharing together. If you would like, anybody at all would just like to say something, to share a few words with the whole group of us, feel free just to unmute yourself. I won't say who has to do anything, but just if you feel like sharing with the whole group, anything at all, you may do so. Just unmute yourself.
It's so precious for me to see the unknown and the known faces after so long time of not seeing you. And it's a so beautiful reminder of our community and the way we are working together. So I'm very grateful for this community and to be reminded this lovely way to see you. And I'm wishing you a blessed way. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes. Anybody else want to share anything? Anything at all? A word of your state?
I would say something. I have a different reaction to the rooms. I love just not knowing who is going to show up and get to be surprised. Oh, this is who I share with today. It is hard to share sometimes with people I don't know at all, but I love this being put together by chance like this. So I just want to say also about the class, this last class, it was very helpful for me to grasp a little bit more, because you've been talking to me about this for 20 years, this concept of the limited self and of being kind and loving to myself and accepting that part. And I really cherish what I got to experience around that. So I thank you very much. And sometimes just hearing your voice puts me back in the camp and all the retreats and all those years, and it makes it just for a great day. So thank you so much.
Hello. It's very short. Just wanted to say that it is true. There's nothing like friends in the path. Love you all.
I'd just like to say I'm very grateful and appreciative to Saki for sharing your knowledge and your wisdom and your time. And I feel that we're all very blessed for that. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yes, I can only repeat that. Thank you, Saki, for all the years I have participated in your course and in the camp, and it's have gave me a great support, a great basics. Oh, my English is more Spanish than English. Yeah, and it's a great help, all these knowings during difficult situations. And yeah, I only can say thank you.
I appreciate, Saki, so much all these teachings you have given for years and years. And at the beginning, you was not so part from Zoom classes and so, but through COVID, it has been a very, very strong help for us who live far away, and not in Europe, but outside Europe also. And that has been the only possibility to get close together and to still have the sense of community all these years. And now that's growing up much more stronger. And I'm so happy that I will meet you, and I hope a lot of you at the camp in 3 weeks more. So we have to pull out the camp again and give all our energy. If you do not come to the camp, there will be also Zoom classes with Pircia, so that you also participate if you are not still there. So, and thank you, Saki, for everything. And see you soon in 3 weeks or 4 weeks more.
Yes, I know. Some of us will be blessed to be able to see each other in person there, and there are many other kinds of meetings too. But indeed, I mean, that was during one of the last classes when some people said that, you know, it was the one thing that helped to keep that sense of belonging, and the togetherness was just having a lot of this online stuff. But I hope that, yeah, we'll get to meet again in person. This is even better, to really hug each other and have that contact. And I know I'll see some of you soon too, so that'll be really great. But yeah. Well, I feel very moved also just to say that this has been a very wonderful journey. And I don't want to forget though, before we do a closing zikr chant, let's have Rabia share something with us, because you had a poem that I thought was so beautiful that maybe you could share that with us. And maybe you could say a few minutes, what is it that's so special about this poem for you?
Yeah, this this is from a Norwegian poet. He's very well known, and it is translated by Robert Bly. And everybody has been, or the world has been in turmoil, and people on the personal lives, many have had met difficulties on their ways, and to come back to the heart with this class and with the teachings is very helpful. But it is a challenge to stay in the heart. So this poem from this, his name is Olav Hauge. It was really speaking to my longing for that presence being in my heart. So, The Dream We Carry is the name of the poem. It's that dream that we carry with us, that something wonderful will happen, that it has to happen, that time will open, that the heart will open, that doors will open, that mountains will open, that wells will leap up, that the dream will open, that one morning we'll slip in to a harbor that we've never known.
Let's take that in. Beautiful poem. Oh, amazing that Robert Bly translated that. Yeah, because he has a very free style of translation. But this is really beautiful, beautiful words. Thank you, Rabia. Oh, I see Shanka found this. And did you write it out? No. It's called The Dream We Carry. Yeah. Let me see. I might have it here. Well, let's see. Oh, yes. Yes, I have it here. I'll copy this here, The Dream We Carry, and I'll put it in the chat. Yeah. Let's see if this works. The chat for everyone. Yeah. And then meanwhile, we'll get ready to sing a zikr. Yeah. The Dream We Carry. There it is. Okay. So this is much nicer when we can sing and dance in a circle, but just move your body. You know, just feel that you can make the Hadrat movement or the Zikr movement as you feel that moving through you. La ilaha illallah. Oh wait, sorry, I have to mute somebody. Because otherwise, I know I like to sing with everybody, but it doesn't work if, you know, there's only one or two people who are unmuted. So please mute yourself first so that we can all kind of sing out. La ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah, ishkala mabura la ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah, la let us hold each other in our hearts. Oh, no, Shahida's trying to get back in. So I'd like us to conclude our class with one of Murshid's prayers. But before we do, just hold also in your heart all those who are in need of your love and of your healing prayers and energies, because there's so much need for that. And hopefully we all can recognize that our spiritual practices prepare us for that, that we become greater instruments of that, points of light in the world to spread that where it needs to go. So let's just take a few moments in silence first, just to each sending your healing prayers where there's need, whether it's to individuals, those that we know, places in the world, parts of our Mother Earth herself, and all those species suffering and dying from all of the follies of humankind. So just offer your prayer, inhaling Shafi, exhaling Kafi, that this may go where it needs to go. And as we're holding this together as our closure, just know that it's amplified. I'd like us just to share the prayer for peace then. Send thy peace, O Lord, which is perfect and everlasting, that our souls may radiate peace. Send thy peace, O Lord, that we may think, act, and speak harmoniously. Send thy peace, O Lord, that we may be contented and thankful for thy bountiful gifts. Send thy peace, O Lord, that amidst our worldly strife we may enjoy thy bliss. Send thy peace, O Lord, that we may endure all, tolerate all in the thought of thy grace and mercy. Send thy peace, O Lord, that our lives may become a divine vision, and in thy light all darkness may vanish. Send thy peace, O Lord, our Father, our Mother, that we, thy children on earth, may all unite in one family. Amen. So I'll put on the last piece of music for you to listen to as we leave our room, and all love and blessings to all of you until we meet again, inshallah, in person this summer. Retreats, gatherings, happy times. I wish that for everyone. Okay, so let's see if I can get back into this. Okay.
Safe journeys, travelers. May all go well.